Don't forget to hit loop. Damn it.
There's Mr. Enfuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. two collectors with a common love of baseball cards, a league of her own, Mr. Enfuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast. I'm your host, Adrian, from A League of Her Own on YouTube.
And I'm Mr. Enfuego.
Hope everybody is having a great week and a great weekend. Happy early 4th of July. Oh, happy Bobby Bonilla Day. It's July 1st. I totally saw one of those places I buy all my cool t-shirts from. Made Bobby Bonilla Day shirts. So
Another big payday for Mr. Bonilla.
Dude, best contract ever for him. Not for them. I hope everybody's having a great day today. We got some really fun baseball news for everybody. Got a lot of people in the chats live here on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast format, thank you so much. Hope we got some good stuff for you today. Mr. Enfuego, how's your weekend going? All that good stuff?
It's been going great. I done pissed people off, got into some verbal wars, and I'm ready to share.
You chose violence this week.
I woke up choosing violence. That's right.
Yeah. You know, hey,
it stop playing. It is.
Stop playing. Sometimes we just got to tell people what we actually think. All about giving it straight to people, and a lot of people don't like that. But oh well, sucks to be you. So anyways, looks like my A's just won, so that's good. Those are few and far between, so that worked out. All right, guys, let's get into some news this week. We don't have a whole lot of products and upcoming releases, but we do have a good bit of news about one product that's coming up. So let's get into the goodies here and see what we got. So basically for upcoming releases, the big checklist that came out this week is the 2023 Topps Chrome checklist. And it also was available for pre-order on Topps.com. They had jumbo boxes. They had hobby boxes. They had blaster boxes. At this point still, I think blasters are still available. Maybe hobby. I feel like the last I looked, hobbies weren't either. Jumbos were the first to go. I was in virtual line on the Topps website the other day because I did want to pre-order some of it. After much discussion with Mr. Enfuego and other people in the card community, I think Topps is going to be Topps Chrome is going to be overproduced, and there's going to be there's new parallels, there's interesting things, but it still is Topps Chrome, and I do want some. And I thought my best bet, my best deal, bang for my buck, it would be to get it off of Topps.com. When it put me in that virtual line, I was like, oh, wow, I'm not going to be able to get this stuff. But I did end up getting through, and I personally ordered 2 jumbo boxes and 1 hobby box. That's more than I ever order. I was getting a jumbo for a friend, and then I think I'm going to use the hobby box in an upcoming break that I'm planning. So that's what my deal is with that. Did you order any Topps Chrome? You just got to waiting it out?
Well, I tried to see about pre-ordering some through Topps, but it's that well is ran dry, so I'm gonna try to give it another go around.
All right, cool. So I think I'll share the screen here if it'll let me here on YouTube. The checklist on the Cardboard Connection, because there is a fair amount of cool looking stuff. For example, right here off the get-go, if you look, the Future Star cards, the Julio Rodriguez, I really like the background. They've got a lot of good color. Gonna be shiny, gonna be pretty. For Future Star cards aren't, if you're doing the whole money thing, I'm sure whatever. But this seems like this would be a fun, pretty set to collect. Maybe grade a couple because they would look really good in a slab. But right off the bat, that's looking good there. They have the nice
Topps gets it right with the centering, though.
Yes, let's hope the quality control is on point this year, because it wasn't. last year, but especially with update. If you guys remember opening update, especially like the purple parallels that they put and everything. I remember just like everything was OC. It was a bummer.
Yeah.
But here we go. We've got 2022 base and refractors. Veterans and rookies fill out the 220 card base set with multiple refractor parallels. Look at this list, guys. Look at this list. Refractor, X-fractor, prism refractor, sepia, pink, negative, magenta, magenta speckle, purple sonar. That's a new one. Everything I read so far I think was pretty standard. Purple sonar's new. Purple refractor, aqua lava, blue refractor, blue sonar. So the sonar is going to be new this year. We got green wave, green sonar. I'm just looking. I definitely know why. I was expecting to see the taco refractor on this list. That was something that popped up on Instagram that we were joking about, but there's supposed to be a taco refractor that's numbered out of 5. I'm not seeing it on this list here, but maybe it's a insert. All right, what do we got here? Baseball variations. We got speckle, orange, red speckle. We got another. Let's see. Here we go. Another debut in the jumbo hobby only is Sub-Zero Frozen Factor. Those are 1 in 602 packs, which is numbered out of 5 copies.
No, don't forget the negative. Remember, we're talking about the Sub-Zero.
Yes. Collectors can also uncover super short print. This is 1 in 16,938 packs. Image variations and 101 in. Okay, the super short prints are 1 in 16,000. The image variations are 1 in 497 packs for the base set. So interesting there. So there's baseball variation refractor. I mean, this list requires studying. You need your PhD and a thesis written to remember all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the list too on my end, and the only if I had to nitpick, I'm seeing every insert or parallel variation. There's a 101 for it.
Yeah.
I mean, is that really necessary? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it really comes down to for us when we're opening this, is this going to be fun to open?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are we going to open it up and we're going to see these cool, beautiful cards and be really fulfilled and satisfied by it? That's the experience I go for.
Right.
Okay, so I see the insert lineup also sprinkles in several choices that have appeared in other releases like Hidden Gems and Topps Chrome Expose. And then here we go. Other debuts include Taco Fractor, which is they're numbered to 5 and they're 1 out of 8,412 packs. So those are going to be tough to hit. And there is no sense to this Taco Fractor parallel, but I want one. They got me. I love baseball cards and I love tacos.
You're not the only one.
I'm just like, this is so stupid, but I want it. They got me.
Yeah.
They got me. I want the Bo Bichette Taco Fractor, dude. Anyways, you can see an image here of the Topps Chrome Titans.
That's a nice insert. I like that.
Not bad looking. We got Topps in Technicolor, Ultraviolet All-Stars. Dang, dude, look at all these parallels.
Yeah.
You think it's watered down a little bit? What do you think?
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge. I would go for this Adley Gold auto right here. I'd be all right with it. Okay, there's the Technicolor. Okay, I'm digging on. I did see this one earlier. This Derek Jeter. I don't know what one this is supposed to be.
Oh, that's the autograph run. What is that? Is that the radi? No, it's not radiating. I don't
know which one that is.
It don't even look like Jeter.
It don't. It's a cartoon version, but it definitely looks fun. Looks fun. Look at autographs. Look at more. Dang, dude. Dang, yeah, look at all the 101s. Here. Wow. Cool. Okay, this so they did this last year too. They got the Topps Chrome like patch.
Yeah.
Game used memorabilia. So that Trout card right there looks pretty sick. I saw these on eBay last year. I never hit one. They must be, let me see right here if they got the 1 in 575 packs. So there's some tough hits in there. All right. Here's another huge thing that we wanted to talk about today was they're bringing back the MVP buyback. So you can get, all those Aaron Judges and Paul Goldschmidts that we sent back last year got $20, $40, depending upon if it was a base card, if it was a parallel, things like that. Those are going to be back in Topps Chrome and stamped and autographed and things like that. So those, let's see. There are also unsigned. Oh, they got unsigned ones too?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just stamped. Okay, so that's 1 in 21,100. Dang. These stamped cards are numbered to 199 or less. All right, cool. We got an estimated release date, the 26th. But anyways, on the MVP buyback program, they are bringing that back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it'll let me go to this here. All right. So you guys remember last year. So this year.
I like how they actually simplified it this year.
They did make it simpler this year. I know base cards are going to be $20 again on, so this is going to be in the future kind of thing. So you got to kind of, like right now, I was talking to Mr. Enfuego about this, probably going to hold on to my Shohei Ohtanis and my Ronald Acuñas.
Yeah, because they won't announce the MVPs till about late November-ish.
Yeah. And they're like last year, it's going to be Topps Chrome Baseball, Topps Chrome Logo Fractor, and Sonic Light. All those sets, the MVPs out of that you can take to your card shop or send into card shop. I don't know if they're going to change who you can send it into this year or anything like that, so let's hold on to that. But right now it looks pretty similar to last year. So from here, the 2022 store credit base cards and image variations are worth 20 and base refractors are in 40. Numbered parallels can be redeemed for 100 if the print run is more than 100 copies, or 200 if it's less than 100 copies. So I'm sure they're going to lay out like an Excel sheet again, like they did last year. But just something to think about. Ooh, yeah, look at this MVP buyback card check. So this is the checklist for stuff you can pull out of 2022 this year. All those cards that people turned in for some money to buy more baseball cards. I dig it. So,
okay, so those 2022 products that you was talking about,
yes,
those are actually going to be applying as of right now to Chrome Baseball 23 and 23 Logo Fractor Edition.
I didn't follow you on that last bit there. You mean they're going to be part of the MVP buyback program?
The featured products for the 23 buyback program is going to be Chrome Baseball and 2023 Topps Chrome Logo Fractor Edition. But right now, we don't have a date for when that's going to be released. Yeah.
Also Sonic Light. 2022 Topps Chrome Sonic Light also is on that list. I skipped back to the other screen. I'll go back to it here. They did have it listed right. Oop, too far. Here we go. Oh, I am reading what the buyback's going to be in. So I said that. I think I'm sorry, I'm confusing you. The Aaron Judges and Paul Goldschmidts can be found in Topps Chrome Baseball 2022. No, that's not right either. I'm reading this wrong.
Okay, so the source that I'm on is Cardboard Connection.
Yeah.
And right now I'm looking at the guide, and what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and post the link on the chat so that everybody can follow along.
Cool.
And basically what they're saying is the details for it, the base is 20, refractors are 40, refractors numbered less than 100 is 200, and anything over 100 is going to be $100. Okay. And then the featured products for 2023 is going to be Topps Chrome Baseball, which is getting ready to get released, and 2023 Topps Logo Fractors, which there's no date yet. And I'm sure more products will be added to this program.
Copy that. Copy that. Awesome. So we're looking towards the end of the month for 2023 Topps Chrome to be coming out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm still looking forward to it. I know I am nervous about it sucking. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of bummed out on Topps Chrome update last year. There was some cool stuff, but it was there was a lot of OC stuff, and
I mean, it got bad to the point where an actual hobby box you could find for about $60.
$60 right now. I know. And it's hard for me not to, I'm like, oh, Topps Chrome, I want to buy it. But then I was like, man, it was so bad last year. I'm going to be like bummed. So
I learned that the hard way.
That was fun last year, though. Last year, and you guys could probably still see it on Mr. Enfuego's channel. He opened a whole case of 2023. Oh my God, 2022 Topps Chrome update. Because he was really, and he still is collecting hard on Julio Rodriguez rookie cards. And you did get a good handful of hits in it, but
I did.
It wasn't as, I always like to say, it wasn't as satisfying as we had hoped.
Yeah, the wow factor wasn't as big.
Yeah. I was hoping that you were going to hit some kind of a cool Julio, like it didn't have to be autographed, but a cool colored parallel or an image variant, something out of a whole case.
I was content with the Bobby debut X-Fractor numbered to 99.
That was sick. Sick. You graded that card and got a 10 on that and sold that for a good amount too. So that
and it was the pop too.
And you sold it for a good amount so you could buy more baseball cards, so you can buy more Julios.
To fit my collection, yes.
It wasn't about flipping cards for us. It was about obtaining Julios or Bobachettes. So anyways, that's what's going on with 2023 Topps Chrome. Also 2023 Finest is coming out soon, and that's going to be the next product that we're looking forward to be ripping. Everything else, like Topps 2022 Topps Platinum Chrome anniversary is still, now we're still August 8th, I think, on that. That just got pushed back forever. Yeah. Dang. So I've been doing because of that, a lot of research on 2023 Topps Chrome. What I'm watching on YouTube, I haven't seen a whole lot of rips of anything new, obviously. I'm still going and watching Bowman and Bowman Sapphire and stuff like that. But I will
say Bowman products right now, especially with this checklist, it's holding out its longevity. It's going to be ripped for a while.
And true that. And I'm seeing a lot of people opening 2022 Bowman looking for Ellie's, because you guys are going to see today.
All know the story with Ellie.
Yeah, our top 5 isn't going to be a top 5 this week. We decided to do honorable mentions because every single card on the top 5 was some form of an Ellie De La Cruz card, and we're like, okay, this is boring. This is annoying. That's to us. I was like, okay, yeah, Ellie's doing good. That's the card everybody's chasing. Okay, so we decided to skip the top 5 and just do an honorable mention. Bring it back
when we get different names.
Yes, 100%. So being as that we just brought up the 2023 Topps Chrome checklist, I thought, why don't we bring up the Topps Finest, since that's going to be the next product we got going here. See what that's going to look like right off the bat here. This Topps World Finest Mike Trout cards looking pretty cool right here. And that's
Yeah.
a pretty nice looking Adley there as well. Topps Finest is always a nice looking set. It's kind of weird that it's coming out. I feel like 2022 Topps Finest just came out like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now 2023 Topps Finest is already out. So, okay, here we go with this must be some kind of a rose gold of this Francisco Alvarez. This is looking good. Here's the list of all the finest base refractors, sky blue, purple, blue aqua vapor. Well, they got vapors in there this year. They probably did last year, and I didn't realize that they changed it to that name. Purple pink vapor. That's my guess of what this Francisco Alvarez.
I'm thinking that's a rose gold because that's
that rose
actually
gold?
75.
To 75. Oh yeah, that does look rose gold, huh? They are nice looking cards. Here we go. Headliners, nice Ichiro they're showing here.
Yeah.
Rivalry die cuts. Those will be cool. I don't see a picture of it here, but rookies. Is Corbin Carroll talking on a cell phone?
No, he's probably got his finger in his little ear hole.
Oh, is he holding his helmet? I'm like, is he talking on a cell phone on this one?
I'm running home, Mom.
Yeah. There we go. Manny Machado. Okay, here we go. Here's the rivalries one. This is sick.
Yeah.
This looks pretty cool. They're showing a Derek Jeter one here. It's a horizontal card. Oh, it is die cut. The die cut's kind of dumb. You see this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right, and then they got Big Poppy on there. All right. Nice little 100-card base checklist, and then the extended base set goes to 125. And they got some 3 different refractors in there: gold, red, superfractor. Just kind of peeking to see who's on this list here.
Got some nice names.
It's all right. It's all right. And they got the autograph checklist. It's freaking got, you got a lot of names on here. So it's feast or famine when you get the autographs out of this. Usually you get one good one a bad one, and in the hobby box is 2 master boxes, if you guys recall. So this will be fun to see this soon. Just looking to see if there's any other pictures, anything else exciting here. Got some eBay stuff from last year. So that's Top Finest for us.
And the price, I would say, is reasonably fair.
Oh my God. You just made me think of something else. I was surprised that the jumbo boxes of 2023 Chrome on the site were $2.99. I really thought they were going to blow up the price. So I was $2.99 for a jumbo. It was $129 for a hobby. And the blasters, I don't remember if I looked. I'm going to guess $35. Somebody in the comments can correct me and let me know.
Yeah, $35, $40 would be a good guess.
So, they're still pricey, but the jumbo boxes, but I really thought that they were going to be like $500-$600. I thought they were going to shoot them up.
I hope not, since they took out those autos.
100%. Yes, that's the other thing. Good. Oh my God, look at just a plethora of it. What would I do without you, Mr. Enfuego? I don't even know. Leave out all this important information. There used to be 5 autographs in the jumbos. Now there's only 3. The regular hobby box, there used to be 2. Now there's only 1. Dang, dude. Talk about cutting back.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But yet we'll hesitate to cut back on the price.
Yes. So that's at least they kept it. I don't know. I'm not going to say at least nothing. The thing with the jumbos, I would get a jumbo now and again because I wanted the 5 autos. I'm like, oh yeah. And then you almost all the time you get 5 pitchers. I'm sorry, 4 pitchers and 1 maybe decent rookie. Yeah. They're all rookie autos, but so a position player. I did watch Hobby Hound open a box of Chrome, a jumbo of Chrome last year. I can't remember if it was 20 or 21, but he pulled 4 of the same exact auto out of it. He had it on film and was like, dude, we posted some things like, Tops, dude, what is happening, dude? You can't do that.
That's not the first time they did that, because I think there was an article where somebody bought a Walmart product and pulled like 28 autos.
I see them talking about that with the Topps Heritage.
Yeah.
Like Target boxes and Walmart boxes. They've got they opened it up and there was like an auto in each pack or something like that. And it's like, did they do that on purpose or was it an accident? And somebody got several people got screwed over that way. But how are you not gonna, like, I don't know. I want to see. I gotta go and find those videos too, because I'm also like, is that legit, or are they just trying to make me go buy more Heritage?
I found that watching a video from what's his name, If Sports.
Oh yeah, If Sports. It does the top 10 pulls of the week and stuff like that. Yeah, I love that.
The video he did today was the top retail pulls for June.
Awesome. I saw that drop today. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna have to check it out. That channel's always fun.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got for Topps Chrome and Topps Finest, and for the MVP buyback program. You got anything else that I've been missing stuff today? You got my back?
We pretty much covered everything there. We feel that everybody needs to know if they don't know already.
Yeah, I think we might get into some hobby news here. We got some good stuff this week for that. Here we go. All right, guys, big things that happened in hobby news this week. We had an article drop. I've seen it on several sites. I'm reading it off of the ESPN app right now. The controversial rise of and uncertain future of box breaks. I'll put this up on the screen for you guys. I did see it on Sports Card Radio's live stream this week. They talked a lot about it. Let's put this up here for you. I saw them talk about it on Sports Card Investor a little bit. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Wiggle, but in a nutshell, basically they're talking about box breaks and how it started and how it's blown up because some cards, especially during the COVID boom, cards went crazy. Box breaks, like you can make a good amount of money.
Yeah.
On these cards, and basically now there's talks about it being federally regulated because could be considered gambling. I'd love to see in the chat what people think about this. I don't,
and in regards to box breaks being a form of gambling, you may want to check with your state laws regarding gambling of this magnitude. I mean, it's I don't know. It's too. I can't really.
I feel
like digest this as well because number one is look at the source.
True.
Okay. True. What do they really know about the hobby besides the sports that are within that hobby? I mean, who would have thought ESPN would have came out with an article on this, and let alone they went out their way and spoke with Rich Layton from Layton Sports Cards.
Yeah, most of this article here is talks with Layton Sports Cards, and I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. When I think about gambling, and I'm just dumb. I don't think, go gambling, you go to Vegas, you put money in, you could get money back, you could lose all your money. Mm-hmm. With the box breaks, you put your money in, you're gonna get cards back. Some are worth more than others. It's a lottery. Like people say, it's a gamble on whether you get cards that are worth more money or not.
Right.
But to me, the value is dependent upon the person. Maybe you pull your favorite baseball player, and that card might be worth more to you than it is to the average Joe, or the overall spec of things when you think about how much certain cards go for. You know, obviously you pull a Shohei Ohtani autograph, that is worth a lot of money to a lot of people. A lot of people will buy that. Maybe for me, like Seth Brown for the Oakland Athletics, he's from the local area I'm living in now. I collect his cards. If I pull an auto of his card, I'm stoked. I'm pumped about it. I feel like the percentage of money I put in for that break, I'm stoked to get that card. Where if I could just,
you have a sense of connection.
eBay, yeah, if I try to sell it on eBay, though, I ain't getting jack for it because
you probably just gonna get laughed at.
Exactly. So I feel like it's just so subjective.
I mean, the way I look at this, it's kind of hard to place the gambling label on a product that offers guarantees. You know, for example, if you break a case of jumbo boxes, you are guaranteed 12 autographs in that case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the gamble could be, you got a 1 in 8 chance it may be that big name player.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that, but I mean, I don't think anybody really goes into breaks expecting a particular player. You know, you got your wishful thinking, your hopes and all that other stuff, but you know, a lot of the breaks that I have seen and I have been a part of, we just hope for something other than a base.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But also you go into a break, go into a team break maybe, and you maybe are hoping to get the player that you like kind of thing.
Right.
And yes, if it's a parallel or an auto or you know, something like that, that's a plus 100%.
Definitely.
I would like what Lock in 99 just said. This was something we discussed earlier. How is it any different than opening your own box? You're still gambling that you will get out what you pay for. Yeah, that was my other thought. Like I don't have to be in a break. Anybody can go. I'm going to put anybody in parentheses because I know there's some higher end stuff that might be harder to get, but for the most part, you can go into a hobby shop, buy the box yourself, and open it yourself.
You can run a personalized break.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting to see if this goes anywhere. If the card market keeps dropping like it is, I can't imagine. I mean, the government's going to get involved because they're seeing all this money.
Yeah,
that's just
they're going to want their piece.
Anytime there's money and it's more, they want their cut. That's how I simplified in my mind, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I got for the hobby news this week. I know we've got some good hobby news to talk about but I'm saving it for the banter section. You know what I'm talking about.
One thing also that just came up today, and I know we visited this a couple of weeks ago.
The Shohei Ohtani.
There was another Shohei that made it to PSA, was graded, but it was trimmed at the same time. So again, shout out to PSA for doing the right thing. They went ahead and deactivated that particular serial number from the population report.
So in case you guys haven't heard about it or seen it, I believe we watched this video on Neo's Card Collector.
Neo's Cards and Comics.
Neo's Card and Comics. He was showing a 2018 Shohei Ohtani 19 no, I'm sorry. It's the American parallel out of 76.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that right. 4th of July parallel. Somebody will get me here in the comments. But at any rate, they showed this card. They showed the original owner who originally sold it on eBay, had a bunch of different pictures of it, selling it raw. Thought it would get a 6 or a 7. In his picture, he like circled all the little dings and stuff because this has a potential, even as a 6 or 7, because it's Shohei Ohtani rookie card and it's such a low number parallel, it still has potential to be worth a lot of money.
Definitely.
Obviously, somebody wants to buy it raw to then grade it. So they looked at the pictures, and then he still had it on the search engine on eBay or maybe CWCC or Golden, and he saw it pop up again because it's a serial numbered card. So it's obviously you can come across the same card, and it got a PSA 9, and he was surprised by this. And after further review, it's clear that it was trimmed. So, and yes, PSA did remove it from the pop report and did put if somebody does come across this card, like there's a warning, like, hey, this card potentially has been trimmed. Independence Day card, yes, thank you. Gosh, could not spit it out of 76. And out of the 2018 set, the Independence Day cards are gorgeous. The design that they put on there looks awesome. But I would definitely check out that video. It's super interesting.
I'm going to drop the link to that video in the chat.
Perfect. Also, it makes me wonder. There was another Shohei Ohtani that he went back on that they said got trimmed also from that same set. I'm wondering if the specs, the minimum specs, like size requirements, there's like a big variance on there. So that's like a set that's like easy to trim, easy to get away with kind of thing. And that's why I don't know. There's a couple times I've sent cards in to PSA and they've sent back saying they didn't meet the minimum size requirements.
Yeah.
And I've pulled them out of packs myself. So it's like, I know they're trying to be careful, but this is going to suck one way or another.
Yep.
Oh my God. White Sox Tom said it sold for $11,000 also. Dang. I would be mad. If I bought a card. First of all, I can't fathom spending $11,000 on a baseball card.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
And I love baseball cards. But dang.
And then to be in possession of a card that is not even recognized.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. So I'm sure that story is going to develop further. Because there's been a lot of interesting. This wasn't a baseball card. It was a football card. That was that NFL Shield card. There were 2 101s. There's a PSA one and there's a BGS card. Same exact card. And there's 2 101s. Like, no, how? Why? Why? So, anyways, that's what we got cooking on the hobby news there. I think it's time for trivia. I'm feeling like it's trivia
going.
Y'all ready for some trivia? So last week's winner was Adam's Card Closet. Make sure to head over, give him a sub. He's got some really cool TTM returns. Every time I watch his TTM returns, like sometimes you watch them and you're like, okay, these are no-name players. And, okay, cool. You send in $5 or you send in a card and they sign it. But, dude, he's got Hall of Famers on his TTM. Like every time I'm blown away. His last video had like Juan Marichal, Ryan Sandberg, Warren Moon. I'm like, dude. And he's got the world's greatest Chipper Jones collection. I'm not lying. You definitely check it out.
I mean, TTM is basically a full-time job, in my opinion.
100%.
All the work that I see these people put in.
Though, yeah, they talk about when they sent it in, how many days they returned it, how many they got signed, the pen. Yeah. It blows my mind. It's just really cool stuff. Definitely check out last week's trivia winner, Adam's Card Closet. Links are in the description. Links are on the website. And now let's see who this week's trivia winner is going to be.
All right. So the question was for everybody who is not actually visibly seeing the trivia, but if you're listening on your favorite podcast, the trivia question for the week is which Hall of Famer gave up the last home run Roberto Clemente ever hit? And the answer to that was Fergie Jenkins in Wrigley Field on September 13th, 1972.
It doesn't look like anybody got it this week. I don't see it on my chat. You got anything on yours?
I see Vogs with Fergie.
But did he put it in after it came up?
I think he did.
So I don't think anybody got it during the thing. But we can give Vogs some shout now, some heads up. Boggs, you better start putting up some content, brother. He's got a podcast also. So y'all head over and check out WVogs18. Give him a follow. Congratulations. And be sure you're ready, you guys, for the trivia every week so we can get your shout out and put you all over our website and get you some hype on your YouTube channel. We all want to help each other out. All right, guys. Trivia. Oh my God, I cannot wait. Okay, let's talk about I'm sorry, I can't wait for the banter today, but we're gonna do, like I said, there's no real top 5 this week because they were all LA De La Cruz cards. If you want to know baseball cards that prices shot up on, LA De La Cruz this, LA De La Cruz that, blah, blah, blah. But we did want to throw in an honorable mention because controversial also, but we do want to throw this up there as well. Here we go. All right, so we just showed the 2017 Domingo Germán rookie card. He pitched a perfect game this week.
That's the 4th.
That's huge.
History.
That's huge. It ain't no easy deal to pitch a perfect game. I was saying it's controversial because there's people that don't like him because he's
a part of that sticky stuff scandal.
Well, and he also.
He's got a domestic abuse thing going on under his belt.
Yeah, I ain't got no time for that. If he did that stuff to any woman, his wife, or anything like that, karma's gonna get him.
Yeah,
karma's gonna get him. But at the same time, if he's somebody that turned his life around, maybe, and is doing the right thing, more power to him, and I hope the best for him. Needless to say, when you're just looking at baseball side of things, pitching a perfect game is huge.
It is.
Congratulations to him on that. And there was a spike in his rookie cards from 2017 tops. So wanted to shout that out today, give you something a little bit different than all the Ellie De La Cruz cards that are out there. So that's what we have for that. Let us know in the chat what you think about Domingo Germán and his rookie card. All right, guys, it's time for my favorite part of the show. Let's get it. Baseball card banter. As we said at the beginning of the show, Mr. Enfuego chose violence this week.
Yeah, I did.
He got into a little bit of a conversation battle on Market Movers. One of their videos this week. They did a video on calling it the junk slab era. Teapot, who's one of the analytic guys on SCI Sports Card Investor channel, did this video, and he did a short of it too, talking about how there's too many, in a nutshell, just so many of the slabs, and what are going to happen to these slabs that people don't want, and a huge percentage of slabs are of 3 different players, and blah blah blah. To me, I for Teapot, more power to him and his type of collecting, which I honestly this week did not know he was a collector. And I say that respectfully. I watch their show and I enjoy their stuff, but I didn't know he considered himself a collector. I thought he was just all about investing and had certain people that he liked and disliked, things like that. I have a tendency to turn his videos on, me personally, and I start to watch it, and then I'm like, I'm just not into it. I'm not into all the different numbers and stuff because that's just not my personal thought process. When I'm collecting cards. Now, if that's your process, more power to you. That's the great thing about cards. I've heard them say that on their channel themselves. You do whatever you want. You do you. But Mr. Enfuego had something to say, and he very respectfully, I thought, just disagreed with his analysis.
So I put the link of that particular video that we're talking about in the chat, okay? And based off the content that he dropped, my comment to him, and you'll see it in that video as well, and I quote, "For investors, this may be a problem, but for those of us that are collectors, this skeptical thought does not apply." And it really doesn't. If you collect it, you're not going to put any monetary value. If anything, the only value that you're going to have towards that particular collection is all sentimental. You know, whether you, it kind of like with Adrian, you know, Seth Brown happens to be hometown hero in her mind. So, I mean, it only makes sense. So then Mr. Teapot actually replied to my comment and said, "What?" And I quote, "Why would this not apply to, quote, us collectors, of whom I consider myself? This entire video was about us collectors and how many graded cards we want. So what does this mean for the hundreds of thousands of graded cards that collectors won't want long term?" So my reply to that, I don't even know what to call it. I go, I do not know of any collector who will say that they have too many graded cards. I know, I say for myself and maybe everybody who I affiliate with, for example, everybody in the chat, Adrian, we would not say we have too many graded cards. If anything, we're going to say we don't have enough, you know? And I mean, as long as Topps or whoever is pumping them out, gimme, I'll take them all, you know? And then he then replies with, "This is very inaccurate for many collectors. Nothing about just wanting more means true collector." Now, in the chat, based off that comment, what would be your perception of an ideal true collector? Okay.
I'm for sure going to give my opinion here in a minute too.
I mean, like I said, for me, I collect an individual based off of something that I found some form of connection to. Okay. In my case, I collect both Alex and Julio Rodriguez. One, because we all share the same last name. Yeah, I'm still gonna be the first thing. And then secondly, the road of their careers is what attracted me. Granted, yes, A-Rod had a very controversial career, but aside from all that, I look at what he has done in baseball for baseball, whether it's with or without PEDs. Julio, I just like him based off of his personality, how he carries himself. He's a young, motivated young man who hit the ground running when he made his debut last year. He's not doing so great this year, but that's not going to deter me from wanting to collect his stuff. Okay. You've got your ideal teams, you've got your ideal go-to players. And I'm sure you're not going to put a cap on how many graded cards or autographs or whatever of that particular person.
Okay, I got to throw this out here. I went and I'm super interested to see what people think of these comments. Please check out that video that Mr. Fuego linked in. Look at the comments there. When I went back and read this, I was just blown away by Teapot's like complete lack of awareness of the hobby. I'm just going to say it. He seems like, I get he's somebody that does the analytics and looks at the money and all that and the structure. And like I said, I didn't know he was a collector. I thought I thought the way he was doing things is what he enjoyed. And that's totally fine.
Right.
But to say this isn't the majority, or this isn't what I was like, oh, you don't know what's, you have no idea what's going on. You think people are doing and listening to Sports Card Investor, especially still with everything that's going on in the hobby?
Yeah.
And he seemed almost irritated with your response when I thought you said it very mildly, and actually somebody else came in and commented, and it was like, what are we going to do with these slabs that nobody wants? There are people out there that cannot get slabs and would love to have a slab. So the audacity to say something like that is just ridiculous to me. I never had any slabs when I was a kid. I saw slab cards and I thought those were for rich people. Yeah. And in a lot of ways they are. Like, I've just like made some of my slabs I have rotated into bigger cards. Some of them I'm never getting rid of because I pulled
Is
them
that sentimental
myself. The
value?
memory, yeah. And I was just when he was like, "Oh, what are people gonna do with these slabs?" Like, what, dude? You're so out of touch. It's not even funny anymore. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I love SCI's channel. I love to watch that stuff. It certainly isn't for investment advice. It's to see cards that are amazing, that cost a lot of money, that I'm never going to own. They're cool to see.
Yep.
I have a hard time believing that they made a whole lot of money doing the card thing. If they did, more power to them. It's all about what you want to do, but don't tell me like, oh, that a lot of collectors don't think this way. You're not talking about collectors. You're talking about investors, and you can be both, yes, 100%. But when you're a collector and there's cards that you just love, that the money part of it or the too many cards, too many slabs doesn't. You're out of it. You're out of touch, man.
And I'm thinking too, when we was having that exchange of comments, he was probably referring to, because if you've noticed, and I'm sure you have, when was the last video that they dropped that was solely on baseball?
No, never. Baseball's
It's
not there.
normally football or basketball, because nobody on that sports card investor staff is well versed in the sport of baseball, and they openly admitted to it. You
Which
know,
I'm sure they would still stand by that. Otherwise, if they were doing an investor side of thing, they would probably be talking about Bowman a lot more, because that's Bowman first chrome autos graded, but that's where the money is, so I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
when I think about this, it reverts back to a video. It was actually a top 5 segment that Jeff Wilson did, and he stated that Bo Bichette was actually the shortstop for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, that's a clip that I like. Sports Card Radio plays that all the time.
Yes.
I'll give it. He made a mistake, and baseball's not their thing. I know he's probably like, he's never going to live it
That's
down.
That's a blasphemous mistake.
The Will Geyer thing, all that. When you're under the spotlight that much, stuff like that's going to happen. It's going to happen on our channel. We're going to say something stupid here on the podcast eventually. The thing is like, we're just like, whatever. I ain't telling nobody to buy nothing but what you like. And if you're trying to make money off of baseball cards, I'm not the one to tell you how to do it. Because I ain't doing it.
Touché.
So just saying. So,
but yeah, when you have an opportunity, go check out that video and go ahead and I welcome you to drop your comments on that video and give your perspective.
Yeah, I might put a community post up here. I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts on this. Just like, I don't get the feeling like from our card community here, people that are often in the chats, like that they feel that way. I'd be surprised if they did. So let us know. Maybe I'm the one who's out of touch, but I was just blown away by Teapot's reactions there. So whatever. So anyways, hobby news, man. Baseball called banter. All right, bud. What am I forgetting in our banter this week? That was a big one. That was a good one. You know what? I've got the perfect thing here. You guys might know Hoosier Pulls. Hoosier Pulls, he's been on the channel. He's another YouTuber. He's awesome. He's collecting Adley Rushman right now. Adley Rushman, probably one of the top rookie cards you can collect right now. I had pulled the red border Adley Rushman out of Topps Heritage. I also pulled the Nolan Gorman. I had that at an auction. It sold pretty good. That was cool. So I was like, oh, the Adley's probably worth a lot. I planned on keeping that in my PC because I was like, oh, it's a nice parallel Adley Rushman. Well, Hoosier Pools is a big Adley guy. He's collecting Adley and PCing them. And so he's like, is there anything you trade for it? Any of that? And he had this Bo Bichette autograph from, this is the Derek Jeter set, maybe?
Yep, the ex Derek Jeter.
Oh, no, Juan Soto set. I had to look on the back to see because of the way it's.
Yeah.
So, oh, this is numbered out of 10. I thought it was out of 25, even better. So, it's a sticker auto, Bo Bichette. I love it. Is the Adley probably worth more? Probably. Don't care. I wanted this card, and he wanted that card, and it made him happy. He's always been good to me. He sends
a
extra
win-win
stuff.
situation for both.
Yes. That's how you do
That is what true collectors do.
Yes. This is a cool card. Another Bo Bichette I can add to my PC. And and it keeps that strong connection in the community. He's somebody that I'll always be able to count on for good trades and good deals, and vice versa. With like a lot of people that are here in our chat, and me and Mr. Shoot.
And that is the true definition of collecting, Teapot. Change my mind. All right, guys. I think we got all the topics, my man. We're doing the after party tonight too, as well. Yep.
Oh yeah,
9:35. That's when we take the gloves off and we just let loose on how we really feel about today's topics.
So, guys, head over to Mr. Enfuego's. Usually about a half hour after the Baseball Junkie podcast ends here. He'll be live on his channel. It'll just be me and him hanging out, just talking about the podcast and just really communicating more with those of you that are in the chat. Today's podcast has been so fun. I really hope to hear back from a lot of you guys on all of the topics that we talked about today. Hey, head over to the after party at Mr. Enfuego's. We can talk about it right then as well. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Mr. Enfuego, you have a good one. I'll see you soon.
Likewise.
Peace out.